Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long.
17.
To the air again. Goff. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Goff throwing again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Check. Hey, 80.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox light. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Darnold on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Darnold now to throw. Caught here by Bell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
6-6, bullet high.
Faking the give, Darnold. The quick slap caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Jordan Jenkins. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Shoot! 80 weapon.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a first down carry by Bell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5 now. Darnold forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Play action. It's Darnold. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
76.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Past the 20. Looking left sideline. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Mack. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. That's caught at the 3. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From a yard out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slip.
Now Darnold. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
You're side. 52's the mic. Check. 52's the mic. Red 80. Red 80.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, shoot. 58, come on. 12. Come on. In your face. 58 for Mike, 58. Hey, Delta. Stay with your man.
The final shot before break here. Goff. Complete to Bryant. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 28. Mike, 28.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold completes to Bell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Let's go. Let's go. He's coming. He's coming. Check in. All day, pump. Like 28.
Here's Darnold. Short little throw to Ebron. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check curls, check the lady. Bravo. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 58.
Back to throw, Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw is Darnold. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 36, Goff. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Check 31. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pilot, 64. Weak. Who's that? Is that yours? Who's it? DC. Hey, Charlie. 27. Wrap it. Big Dan, set.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Bell, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
He's coming, check in. Get him, get ready. Check 3, check 3. 5.
Darnold from the gun. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets it to James White. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Hey, box drop. Mike 28, watch the slip.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He finds Beckham complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw, Darnold. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now it's gone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now they're just trying to do anything possible to try and get the ball downfield and get into field goal range.
And with that clock dwindling, they felt the need to take a pretty big shot there. Unfortunately, couldn't complete it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Gone. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You got take. You got take. You got exit. Bang, 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 bang.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Mike 28. Mike 28. I'm up. Smooth. Number 28. Mike. He's coming. He's coming.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 41-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie game, probably time for one final play here. What do you do in this spot?
Now you're thinking about Hail Mary. You've got to find a way to heave it all the way towards the end zone and give yourself a chance. Your time management sheet tells you with this amount left on the clock, you don't get cute.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We're playing 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Ain't no such thing as a look. We take a win home. Maverick. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Here we go, again. Hey, Delta. 58 is the Mike.
First throw in overtime for Goff. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Check 13. Check 13. Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He finds his target, Beckham. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Steve 6.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
First and 10.
Darnold on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, orbit.
Now Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.